Hello everyone, welcome. Looks like it's working. Cool. Am I too tall? Let's see. Yes, I am too tall. How are there already 5 people watching? That's uncommon. That's better. How's everyone doing this evening? So, as you may have seen from the last live stream, or actually the live stream before that, on Christmas morning, I had a bit of a flood here. So they moved me into a separate room for now, for a few days. But I am planning to move on and get a new place tomorrow. I've already booked it. It looks like it will be very nice. It's from the same company, so that made things a lot easier. But that means it's time to sort and pack everything, which is going to be exciting. Oh, thank you for liking. I appreciate it. That helps out a lot. You can hear me okay, I suspect, right? I have a VU meter here saying that it should be working good. Yes. I'm going to click the play button here for 1 second. It's going to be... Yeah, sounds fine to me. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is pack up the clothing, I believe. We got a lot of different other things that need to be sorted because it's a big mess. This time I'm streaming with my phone. The phone has a much wider angle, as well as I can stream in 4K. Regular camera can stream in 4K as well, but my capture device cannot. Okay, so first I'm going to hang up all of the clean clothes on the hangers. Hopefully I can get them into my duffel bag without moving them from the hangers. That's the plan at least. It should fit. That way it all stays sorted and ready to go into the new place without any issue. It's kind of warm in here actually. I'm going to open the window. It's much cooler out in the common room. For that for a minute. The water heat is powerful. Hey, how's it going? It goes well here. I'm packing up the things to get ready to go. I should zoom in on that so that I can actually see what people are saying without walking across the room. There we go. Is that a wall? This is a heater right here. It's a water heater. Baseboard water. They're very efficient. They're very powerful. Move this out of the way for now. It is central heating. There's a central heater that that runs water pipes through the floor. It's baseboard water, not baseboard electric. So that means there's a water heater in the utility room, and there's pipes all through the floor that go to each room, and has a radiator like that. It makes it look like it's electric, but it's actually water. That way there's no moving parts, and there's no fan, there's no, what's it called? There's no filter to worry about. There's no vent in the ceiling, there's nothing like that. It's brand new, like this place was just renovated not long ago. I think I might have been one of the first people to live here. Maybe second person or something like that. First or second person. Which is too bad for them that it had to flood. So unfortunate. But someone should have designed something better. I don't know what. There's a problem somewhere. Much water came in. I got almost all of my laundry done already. But I have to be up by 11 in the morning. So I'm gonna get everything ready and call one of the Uber vans. Move across town. Actually, it's not across town, it's not really all that far. Shouldn't be too expensive. It is some kind of plasticky, I don't know if it's wood or if it's vinyl. It's kind of like vinyl planking, I'm not sure. It's probably got plastic on one side, it's probably got a lot of plastic in it. I've seen it before in more high use areas. Like I've seen it before in what's it called? Like a store or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what it's made of. Yes, Burnetts, it does cost more, but it's what makes up for it is inconvenience. However, it's not a whole lot more. It depends. I would like to move to a place with a lease, but right now it's kind of difficult for me to save up that much money. You need the first and last month's rent here. Basically, you need to pay a deposit of 1 month's rent. Yeah, I don't think it's wood. It doesn't feel like wood. It doesn't sound like wood. So, the part where it flooded, right after it all dried out, it would still have, when you walked over it, little bits of water would squish up between the floor panels. So I'm thinking, no, there's going to be mold here eventually. It's probably not a good idea to stay. I already have a little bit of lung problem from smoking too much. It's slowly getting better, but I also lived in a moldy area when I was younger. My parents' house had a lot of mold in it. They ended up demolishing it when they moved out. The people that bought it not for the house but for the land. Increased the size of their area. Yes, it's very convenient. Why did I smoke? That's a good question. I started smoking weed first. I had a friend of mine that got me into that, and I enjoyed the way it felt. And then I started having alcohol too. And alcohol was a gateway drug to to tobacco. Because one night I was drunk, and my friend's like, "Oh, here, try one." And I was like, "Oh, well, why not? Let's see what it's like." And it gave this crazy head rush that felt really cool. And then a couple of days later, I didn't have any weed, so I thought, "Oh, I'll grab a couple of cigarettes and we'll try that." And it still gave the crazy head rush, but then like a week in, that went away, and I was addicted. And then when you stop smoking, it feels like everything is wrong. You get annoyed at all kinds of things. You're stressed out, you're angry, and you basically are on a drug withdrawal that you have to get over, which can be pretty difficult. Because you just don't want to deal with it. You want to have a quick smoke, and suddenly everything feels better, and you're happy again. It's a terrible, terrible. Yeah, vaping is the same thing. It's the same drug. Yes, I have tried vaping, and vaping works, but it's still the nicotine drug, and you still get the same negative effects. And sometimes it's hard to get your vape, and maybe you don't have any juice, your coil goes out, and you end up actually smoking way more than like I have a friend that used to vape a lot, and he was one of those guys that does the really big clouds of vape. And when he quit vaping, he switched back to smoking again. And now he smokes something like 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes a day. And it's not going very well for him. Vaping is good if you use it to get rid of your tobacco addiction, because you can do that. If you're actually serious about it, you can make your juice slowly weaker and weaker and weaker. But for me, honestly, it's way easier to just deal with the feelings for a few days and wait for that to fade, and you'll start feeling better and better. Actually, the worst part of tobacco goes away within almost 3 or 4 days. That's when it starts. That's when it peaks and it starts to get better. After a week, you're like, whoa. Yeah, well, you can do that, but you start vaping more and more, and then if you don't keep up with it, you go back to cigarettes, you end up smoking more than you were originally. It's better just not to smoke anything or vape anything. It's, in my opinion, it's easier to quit that way, because with vaping, you end up just prolonging it and making it worse over time. At least that's what happened for me. When I moved back to Ottawa, I left all my smoking stuff in the place where I was living with my friend that smokes the 3 packs a day that I was talking about. And at the same time, I stopped smoking cannabis at all. And I didn't quit drinking right away, but I didn't drink much for the first week or 2. For one, I didn't have money, but I just kind of just slept a whole bunch for a few days. I didn't go outside at all. Just stayed in my room. And after a week, all of the bad feelings and unhappiness and anxiety and all that went away. After a little while, I started drinking a little bit. And that's the worst part. is because if you drink, the feeling comes really back that you really, really want to smoke. And it's very hard when you have been drinking a little bit to tell yourself no and have the mental effort. I know, like I personally would smoke them together. And so that kind of ruined the effect of the cannabis by itself, because you're used to smoking together and you just feel like you're missing something. You still get stoned, but I found for me it was better just to stop everything altogether at once. And it worked. It worked. I'm so happy that it worked. I haven't smoked anything since September or something like that. If you stop completely, you can be over the worst of the feelings, and you'll stop the serious temptation within a week. However, that depends on how long you've been smoking. So, if you've been smoking for years and years, it can take a little bit longer than that. But the worst of it is over within a week. Another thing that can be an issue is that you can get nicotine withdrawal and the temptation feeling and all that from secondhand smoke. So if you're in the same room or even in the same house as somebody else who smokes inside, you can get all of the bad feelings and the withdrawal just from being around them smoking. So it can be really hard if you're trying to quit and you're around somebody else who's smoking. That's why the smokers often go in packs. They're groups of friends together that all smoke, and it's difficult if your friends or your family smoke around you. It can be really hard to get off of it. At least that's what I found. I found it was really hard when I was around, my ex smoked constantly in the house. And my friend that smokes the 3 packs a day that I was talking about, he didn't smoke in the house, but he would smoke in the car when I was driving with him, because it was his car. You hear crying? What? Okay. Oh, you mean you probably have a kid that you have to check on? I'm not sure what you mean. I assume that's what you mean. Have a good night. There's kids upstairs, but they're asleep. I thought you meant that for a second there. Well, smelling it when you haven't smoked is not as big of a deal. It can be really bad though if you live in the same place as somebody that's smoking all the time and you can't get away from it, especially if you're in the same room or in the same vehicle. And it's a lot worse for people who have smoked and have to try to get away from it. So it can be a real temptation, be really hard. Even if you're not buying it yourself, you'd be like, oh, I'll take a little bit of the tobacco left over from your smoke and I'll put it in with my joint or something like that, you know. I actually was living with someone for almost 3 or 4 months, and I never bought any cigarettes. But I was totally addicted to having a little bit of tobacco in with my cannabis, to the point where, like I said, I had to leave everything behind and move somewhere else and move on with my life. But that was probably one of the best things about this year, was being able to stop that and get on and slowly start to have my lungs start to get back to normal now. I'm still coughing up stuff, and I probably will be for a long time. I was going to go for an x-ray tomorrow, but I'm going to move instead and I'll go for the x-ray later. I've got an x-ray scheduled to double check on my lungs to see how they're doing. Make sure there's nothing growing in there that shouldn't be in there, you know. And yeah, that's life. You work on things and you get better. Like, I'm so happy about that. I sound bored and sad, but I'm just so happy about it. Alright. Now I'm going to pull out my duffel bag. And try to get all of those clothes. I wonder if this is... I don't know how well this is going to work. I believe in myself. I can do this. Well, this hand. It'll work. Hey! I was looking for this wire. I'm so happy I found this wire. That's my USB 3 cable. That I can put my, I can do my backup and copy stuff onto my external drive at faster than USB 2 speed. I'm actually doing that right now. We're doing a full system image backup to my external SSD, but it's going at 42 megabytes a second because the SSD is connected to a USB 2 cable. Starting to think that this might work. This might actually work. I'd say now, after it's been almost 2 months since I smoked, I don't have any more cravings for it. Especially since I don't drink anymore. Sometimes when you drink, those cravings come back. But I don't drink anymore. I haven't had a drink in almost 3 or 4 weeks. And now they, every time I smell it, it's like, oh, that's disgusting. When it used to be, oh, I like that smell, I wish I could have some. But it's amazing how much your body changes when you're smoking. You get the craving for what otherwise would be a horrifying smell. Alright, very nice. We'll fit a few more in there. I'll probably put the rest on the side. I'll just put an entire closet worth of clothes in a duffel bag without moving it from their hangers. I'm very pleased with that. I got this duffel bag from Canadian Tire on sale. Usually $150. I got it for $49. I couldn't believe the sale. I'm like, no way, that is such a good sale. I showed my friend the sale. I'm like, I should probably get this, right? He's like, yes, you should. Because he knew I was planning to move back here soon to Ottawa. So, like, just checking. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I should buy this to put all my clothes in. One of the best purchases I've ever got from Canadian Tire. Where's my genie? I don't know. In here somewhere. I'll find it tonight. Because I'm sorting through everything and packing it up to go. Put this in here. Nice. Very nice. Give it to you. Why? Because you don't think I appreciate it enough? I still use it when I make time lapses outside. Although I might use the widest camera more for that now. I do actually use the security camera motion detector settings here when I leave my room because I've got fairly expensive stuff in here that I don't want to get stolen when I'm out at work. Next, we're going to put this somewhere. I'm going to put it right here. Hey Chastity, how's it going? Okay, sure. It's a few centimeters taller, doesn't matter. Stop worrying about the genie camera. There's more to life than genie cameras. I'm going to start calling you the genie camera bot. You won't be able to say that you're not a bot because all you ever talk about is genie cameras. Yeah, I got a nice new place over at the over near the college that I'm moving to. Have better things. Yeah, you think I didn't know that? Do you really think I didn't know that? If there was a tagline on Brody's life, it would be, I love Jeannie. Not too much, just being outside. I have one of their smart plugs. I also have one of their smart, what's it called? Yes, I'm aware that you can turn things on and off with it. I have a smart surge protecting power bar from Genie. I like that a lot. It's got 7 separate plugs on it. Hey man, well, it's for the best. The new place where I'm going to is a little bit cheaper and has new washing dryer that looks nicer than the one here. But the one here isn't bad. It's just cool to have something better, you know? It's an upgrade. It's an upgrade that's cheaper. How often does that happen? So I say it's a good thing. I'm going to sort all this stuff though. It's good to see you on here. I didn't get up till like 10 or 11 this morning, so I'm still up or still fairly awake, you know. Not sleepy at all here. Leave that for there for now. Oh, Brody. When will you grow up? Who knows? Yes, but I don't have an electrician's license. I can't go and be putting in switches in the wall. I mean, technically, I'm more than knowledgeable enough to know how to do it, to do it safely. However, legally, you're not allowed to do something like that without a license. Nice! I wonder if I'm sure I'll do that someday, once the YouTube becomes popular enough. I saw this guy named Joel on YouTube. He's been doing short films for years on YouTube, and a month and a half ago, he was at 3,000 subscribers. 3 weeks ago, he was at 12,000 subscribers. And right now, he's at 240,000 subscribers. He got 200,000 subscribers in a few weeks. And now he's completely overwhelmed with comments and stuff. The new, the lettuce plant had some issues with rotting. It died. I got a replacement. I got a rosemary tree. Rosemary tree I forgot to water, so it's kind of drying out, and now it has lots of water, and I don't know. I'm not so good at plants with lights, I guess, right now. I bought this bright light for it. I don't know if the light is too bright, or if I'm not watering it enough, or if life just hates me and I can't grow a plant. One of the two. Who knows? That wasn't even 2, that was like 17. Yes, and he has smart bulbs. My ex and I had quite a few of the smart items, you know. I'm familiar with their product lineup, as well as I've been to the store and looked at them. But I was talking about the smart switch. The switch that goes in the wall that needs to be wired into the house wiring. That you're technically not allowed to do unless you have an electrician license. Yeah, he's got a great sense of humor. Comedy shorts, and he does comedy shorts. It's actually, this stuff is hilarious in a existential dread, dry, cringe humor sort of way. And a lot of them are less than a minute long. It takes some serious skill and sense of humor to make a video that's like 42 seconds long that's hilarious. Brown thumbs. They're purple. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean. Okay, Genie Bob. I know. Why don't you send me some? I can't afford that stuff right now. I've got other priorities. Okay, Genie Bob? Oh, B-Man, you wouldn't believe it. He got so mad last time when I was talking about the security flaw in the Genie camera. He started calling me names, called me a liar. He told me that actually the fact was that they are encrypted. I'm just good at hacking. That was a great comment to pin. That's why I keep calling him Genie Bot. He's obsessed. I would think he worked for them, but I don't think he's that old. I have a whole box full of, well, 2 boxes full of screws. Let's see if I can get them into one box. Just hellos. Oh, that's what you mean by brown thumbs. I wondered what you meant. Alright, well I have 3. You win. Are you happy? We have to start a pile of bins that are full. That's my screw bin. This is grab it. Why do I have so much? Oh, that's just shampoo that I didn't want to use. Hair products, miscellaneous things. Stay there. I can just dump there for now. One second, grab the stuff from the bathroom. Alright, I got way more stuff than I can be carried in one pass. No, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Alright, sure, I'll look it up I'll look up your email when I get a chance. More bathroom stuff. I have too much bathroom stuff. Alright. Yeah, for sure. I'll give you a message. There's so much bathroom stuff that requires a big bin. This is empty. This can be garbage. I've been here for, I think, 5 weeks now. You have to put some bathroom stuff in one bin and some bathroom stuff in another bin. I don't think I have anything. Okay, this place does not have any light bulbs that are user replaceable. They're all built into the ceiling. See that? You can't see it. Lights. LED pot lights that are hardwired into the ceiling. They cannot be removed or changed. I hope someday I have a product for sale and I get fanboys like this that go and bother people. The lamp is plugged into a smart, a Genie smart plug. Why do I need to get a smart bulb too? Genie doesn't have smart bulbs that are made for plants. This one too because it's so tall. Yeah, the Brody has been put on timeout, where he can't type for 5 minutes. And it automatically deletes a bunch of messages. I didn't know that it was going to do that. See if he behaves when he gets off his timeout. Somehow I doubt it. And we'll go from there. I don't know about that. I think one of the technical requirements for being mod on my channel is you have to be older than my channel. No offense, men. I don't know. I'm kind of just joking. I don't want to make that decision right now. No, Brody's getting banned. Bye-bye. You can still watch Brody, but guess what? None of your comments show up anymore. I'm at the point where my YouTube channel is so old, I have regular subscribers who are younger than my channel who talk all the time and are fairly cool, but like, that kind of breaks my head that my YouTube channel that I created when I was 18 years old is now older than people that are watching my YouTube channel. What a weird world. Put some tools in this bin. Wires go in the wire bag. Where's the wire bag? Over the What gives me money? People on the channel? Brody hasn't given me any money. Brody tried to use the N-word, but thankfully YouTube automatically deletes people that say things like that. Yeah, I do get ad revenue. But the amount that I get from one person is... depends, you know. I don't have a problem removing people like Brody. I'd rather not get money than have them around. I have nothing against kids. Kids are cool. I just, for the most part. Where did the wire bag go? Oh, it's underneath the pile of stuff on the floor. With half the wires on the floor. Oh no, everything is falling. Everything is falling. All of my stuff fell onto the floor. Why won't it? It's giving me an error. For some reason, that message was held for review, and when I click show, it says error, which is why I copied and pasted it. I have a box full of batteries somewhere. There's all that stuff up there still too. How am I gonna deal with all this? Go in the wire bag. More wire in the wire bag. So this wire goes in the tool bag. It's a charger for the drill. I've used the posts on YouTube, like you know, where you can post a picture or post a link. And there's also the survey. So I listed a few different types of videos that I make all the time. And went to see what different people watch, just to get an idea of what they like. I haven't done that in quite a while. Yeah. They probably did think that. But it's weird that it wouldn't let me approve the message. Chromecast keyboard. Ah, that is actually the box of batteries. like I have way more lids than bins, but maybe just not. Now Brody is getting reported for hate speech. Oh, I see. I didn't know what the minimum was. Brody's comments are still showing up, but they're automatically hidden for everybody else. Alright, this is just going to be another bathroom bin. I'm up to 3 bathroom bins at this point. Got a small hoard of rubbing alcohol. A long time ago I planned to do a video about how to concentrate rubbing alcohol, but I've never gotten around to actually making it. Ooh, Flintstones vitamins. Forgot about these. He's talking about the options to be able to make posts on YouTube that are not videos. And community posts. In here. Since it's the weekend, I don't have to get up, but usually I have to get up around 5 a.m. I've got Monday off too. Happy about that. So I can spend Sunday moving and have a nice relaxing day on Monday before I got to go back to work. Hair things can stay. I only have 2 things of hand sanitizer. I have way too much bathroom stuff. If I ever get my own bathroom with a shelf covered in it, I'm already going to have too much stuff to fit in there. Between the nail polish and the creams and deodorants and rubbing alcohol. And like, this is just hair stuff. And this is half deodorants. And this is more hair stuff, and what is leaking in there? I don't know. Some hand sanitizer. I even have a bathroom scale. There's some good tools. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not fun. Last time I did a road trip like that was for you know what that means? That means that somebody thinks that you smell. It is something that is very common for a kid your age to get for Christmas stuff. It's part of growing up. What vacuum do I use? I have a called I don't remember what the brand is. I got it from the garbage. And yeah, as I was saying to B-Man, yeah, I had basically an adopted grandfather that passed on earlier this year, and I went to it was late last year actually. So I went with my family to go there and pay our respects. It was kind of, the weird thing was that my parents and half my family was in another country and they weren't able to attend. So they asked me to video it. So that's like, it was a very unique experience to have to videotape a funeral for somebody else's viewing. Like, I didn't have stuff set up to be able to live stream it. They didn't have internet there. So it was like, I had to make a recorded version and then upload it to my YouTube channel later. I actually have I have a video unlisted still on my channel for people that want to watch it and remember. But it got a copyright flag because the people at the church sang a song in memorial of him, and I guess that song is still not out of copyright, cause even though it's an old hymn. A lot of the old hymns are still copyrighted, so you can't just perform them. So I think I sent them a message saying, "This is a private funeral. Come on, don't give me copyright. Don't put ads on this video, please. This is not like I monetized it. They were going to put ads on it." Whatever. Such is life. Sometimes things like that happen. That was a while ago. 1999. I remember 1999, but it's been a while. I was living in upstate New York. We were only there for a little bit more than a year. And then we moved up to here to Canada. Best move ever. Okay, so this bin is full of wire, random things. Spoons, dryer lint, old health card, potting soil, beef flavor for ramen. For the most part, the copyright, I've got that all figured out, and I use it to my advantage now. Like, I sent 2 DMCA takedowns yesterday. That, where people straight up copied my videos and re-uploaded them to their own channels. That happens every once in a while, especially on the popular videos. That happens more often than not. I had a video of a train that went viral a few weeks ago for a week or two. Made me a nice little bit of money. Yes. That is the video of the stream that you are watching right now inside the stream. That's a nail polish bin. Even my ex downloaded a couple of my videos and re-uploaded them to her own channel, and I had to send her a DMCA takedown notice. But that was just weird. Like, what the hell? You gotta be serious. Actually, it's pretty easy. It's not as hard as you might think. Especially for somebody like, when it's automatically detected by YouTube, I get a notification on the video notification feed, and it says, someone may have, there's new copyright detection. Someone may be using your content. Click here to review it. And it takes you to a special tab on your YouTube, and it shows you the video that has your content in it. And all you have to do is click a couple of times and sign your name on it, and it sends a takedown right away. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Have you ever watched that channel? What's his name? I forgot. He does a lot of videos on the Screen Rant channel. I have a P.O. box just for that purpose, so people don't find out where I'm actually living. At this point, my YouTube channel makes way more than enough money that it's definitely worth it, so that I can, for copyright purposes, people just contact. I fill in my P.O. box. I have my business address at that P.O. box, and people can't find out where I live by stealing my videos and uploading them to YouTube. That's a common tactic of people that they're trying to figure out where the person lives. Oh, they'll just get them to file a DMCA takedown. But if you're too small, you haven't thought of getting a P.O. box first, or you don't think about it, and well, that's one of the first things you have to get as becoming a professional YouTuber. You got to get that P.O. box. Well, have a good night, you man, and safe travels to you tomorrow. Best time. I hope it's a hard time tomorrow for you, I'm sure, but I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching, and I shall look up your email address on your channel. I assume it's on your channel. Yes, you can. That's the whole point of having the P.O. box. That is the whole point of the P.O. box, is to not have people find your real address. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I put all the batteries in the battery box. I like my 5 batteries. The weird thing is, these are actually Wi-Fi routers with USB and SD card reader. Built-in battery. I found them at the Canadian Tire for $11 each. And usually you can't even get a battery that powerful for $11. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna buy 5 of them. And I tried to explain to the person that took them out of the case what they were, but they didn't get it. So I tried to explain it to the person at the cash register, and like, whoa, I am gonna go get one of those on break, she said. Yeah, I don't blame you if they're really good. Valuable toilet paper supply. Canadian Tire is basically a department store that doesn't sell food. So like, they sell things like tents and tires, and they have a car repair section. So they sell all the things that you would need for your automobile and for your. We're moving like 10 kilometers, not even very far. If you know where Algonquin College, it's near there. Right now I'm near Bayshore. I'm going from Bayshore to Algonquin. It's not very far. To get away from the potentially moldy situation that might be ensuing here now that it flooded. So I'm not going far. This bag that isn't currently being used for anything. We'll see what we put in there. I will put, I think, I'll put my Christmas lights in with the wires, just so that we have maximum opportunity for tangling up. Wouldn't want to move, and I'm not sure what Shopko is. It's like a Walmart, but no food, or maybe more like a hardware store. It's a hardware store with home things and lots of Genie cameras and stuff like that. That's where I got my Genie camera and my Genie power bar and my duffel bag. It's a great place to get hockey equipment, ice skates, things like that. What else can we do there? Tools, all kinds of tools like a normal hardware store tools would have. Home equipment things, stuff like that. Switches, wire, bands. Green bag here. Is this green bag? Condition. Looks like it. These green bags tend to fall apart sometimes. Well, Canadian Tire does not sell food. Well, they sell chips. Some of them sell like chips and snacks and things, but they don't sell like actual large amounts of. They don't sell actual groceries or anything like that. Other things like tents and solar panels, solvents and screws, miscellaneous hardware. It's basically a hardware store that sells hockey stuff too, and camping supplies. Home and auto type of thing. I was quite displeased with them earlier on in the pandemic because they ordered up a couple pallets of N95s and was selling them at a premium price to anybody that walked in, and actually ended up contributing to the shortage of them being available for healthcare workers. So I called them out for it on Twitter a couple of times, took a couple of pictures, and I'm not saying it was because of me, but not too long after that, they stopped selling them and donated a whole bunch of money to a fund or something to help first responders be able to get personal protective equipment. So that was not cool in my opinion. Not cool at all. Hey look, it's the Genie cam. That's become a meme on my channel now. Talking about Genie Bot who got banned. And a battery for the battery box. Worth it to get solar panels for security cameras? These security cameras that I have, the Wise and the Genie, they use a very small amount of electricity. So I would say that that's totally viable. You could get probably, I would say a 5-watt solar panel would be more than enough to run it almost forever. As long as there wasn't any like entire week with no sunlight, but even then, like they don't use 5 watts, they use a lot less than 5 watts. I can measure that actually. Let's check how much electricity does the Genie camera use. I've got a whole series of videos on my YouTube channel where I figure out how much electricity things use, so check that out if that's something that's interesting to you. So we're going to use this power meter here, plug it in over here. And I can't see it because I'm wearing glasses that block the screen. I'll plug in the power brick. Now it's not using any electricity like that. Let's turn it on and see what it says. 0.6 watts. That's less than 1 watt. So if you had a 5-watt or even a 3-watt solar panel with a battery connected to it, you could run this forever. Oh, now it's up to 1.6 watts. 1.7 watts. Probably the Wi-Fi hadn't turned on yet. I've used it connected to one of my battery bank lanterns, like this thing, and you had it run all night long. Actually I had it run for almost 2 days, 3 days on there. Right, now the lights are on, it's using 2.6 watts. So yeah, you could easily run one of these off a 5-watt panel. Let's check and see how much the Wise uses. I would expect the Wise camera to maybe use a little more. Depends on 0.6, 0.7, 1.6, 2. All right, let's turn on the lights. Two 2.0, 2.0, 1.9, 2.0. I'm going to turn the lights on, please. The Wise camera uses about 2 watts. So it uses a tiny bit more than the Genie camera does. But it's got better video and better lights. So yeah, it would be very easy to run one of those off a solar panel. Oh wait, where are my glasses? I need my glasses. Even using, say, one of these, a little battery like this, or even a smaller battery, this will last. This is a much bigger battery than it looks like. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. This will last on the Genie camera for probably about 2 or 3 days at least, without recharging. And that's with recording to an SD card 24 hours a day. I know that because I've done it multiple times. What do we have left in here? Not very much. Gloves and things. Gloves over there. I don't want to get the gloves lost. Here. I need the gloves for work. This stuff can go in the bag. Alright, did they make one specifically for it that they sell that has a battery and everything in it? So I would imagine that if we bought one that was for sale, it'd be kind of expensive. Have you seen my videos of the solar charger I made? I bought all this stuff off of Amazon to build my own 12-volt charging system that was able to fast charge my phone. I used it to charge up car batteries and stuff like that. It's a couple of part series. I got a 25-watt panel, so it's way more powerful than usual. It was more than enough to fast charge my phone multiple times on a single charge. I could charge up a car battery with no problem. Yeah, I've got a video series actually about solar chargers that I've made completely from scratch using stuff that I bought off Amazon. I actually did that because a couple of years ago there was a tornado at my house, like right across the street from my house, and that was quite the event. It took that tornado didn't damage our power, but at the same time there was another tornado down like 10 kilometers away from where I lived, and that tornado went through the power station near my house, and we lost electricity for, I think it was 5 days. It was nuts. I couldn't believe how long we were out of power. So as soon as I got money, where is that here? As soon as I got money, I did what I needed to do I ordered all of the pieces for it off of Amazon to build my own solar charging system. Right now it's at my friend's house in the country. So because I'm living in an Airbnb and I don't want to move around a solar panel all the time. I've actually got a bit of stuff there, but I'll take care of it eventually. Just want to start this thing running here. Oh, my rate is up to 60% rebuilt. Creating backup. Alright, cool. I'm using the old SSD for my computer as a backup drive now. There we go. Backup is running. Nice. I just hooked up the wire that I found that was lost, so I'm able to do the backup way faster now. I have a motherboard here that I'm planning to turn into a NAS. Here. Are you going to bed? Well, have a good night. Thanks for watching. As soon as I can, I will set up, what's it called, Among Us on my computer. And we can try that maybe in a few days here. Nice talking to you. Have a good sleep. There's actually 5 people watching right now. Hello, all 5 people. Get back at this here. plus a wire bin. This is almost empty. There's nothing more. Oh, this can go in the wire bin. When I'm done with everything, I'm gonna download the live stream off of YouTube and make it into a time lapse. I think that'll look cool. It's a big job. And people like cleaning time lapses sometimes too. Tools. Dirty clothes. We're almost done, actually. It doesn't look like it, but we are. Wire for the wire bag. I bought a phone case in the summer here for my phone, but somehow I managed to buy one for an S9 Plus, not an S10e. I have no idea how I managed to buy the wrong phone case, but I did. Somehow. Now getting into the miscellaneous things type of stuff. I don't really have correct bins for everything. This is going to go in a hard drive bag. Where's the hard drive bag? Yes, I have a bag. It's just hard drives right now. More tools. Aircraft cable and rope. Hard drive bag is over there. The hard drive bag. It's got 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 3 terabyte, 4 terabyte, and 1 terabyte. Isn't it scary how many hard drives I have in one bag? What, you don't find it scary? Think about this. There's no backups. Probably hundreds of hours of camera footage for videos from this summer that I haven't had time to edit. That I now have the equipment and stuff to edit. I just have to move. Otherwise I would be doing editing. Such is life. It happens. I'll put this in here to pad it. Actually, no, I need to put camera 2 in here. I forgot about camera 2. Camera 2 is in the drawer. Camera 2. This is the one that I filmed the conjunction of Venus with. Not Venus, the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. What am I talking about? Conjunction of Venus. I wish I knew what happened to my lens cap for it. I'm not that good with things sometimes. The hard drive bag is packed. We're going to put the hard drive bag right here. Actually, no, hard drive bag is going to go down right there. Safer there. Wire bag is almost full. We'll put the pop filter for the microphone in there. Because why not? Tape for the tool bag. Lens cap for the Canon camera. Very nice. How's the backup going? ETA 1 hour and 22 minutes. I'm actually running 2 backups where I've created a system image on my drive of my computer hard drive that includes all of the Windows boot files and the partition information and stuff, so that I can restore a complete image of the computer if I need to. And then I'm doing an incremental backup using another program. I've forgotten the name. What's the name of it? Restic. R-E-S-T-I-C. And that's making a copy of all the files on the hard drive in a database that then, when I want to do an update to the backup, I just have to run that and it will analyze the hard drive for changed files and only update the changes. So that way I can have both a system image and an incremental backup, so that if I have to restore, I can restore the system image first, and then restore the incremental backup on top of that to restore any changes. That way I don't have to run a full system image backup every time I want to back up the whole computer. That means it makes it so that it takes longer the first time because you have to basically back up the whole computer twice. But any subsequent time is only going to take a few minutes to do a complete computer backup. There. Get this stuff out. This out. Tools. I guess this can go here. All the gloves can go in this one. Go there. Got a lot of clean box in there. Oops, I bumped the tripod. So this one is full. Hey look, it's my Genie smart plug. Told you, Brody. I'd be very surprised if you still watch it. Yoga mat. So all this stuff can go in order here. It's all ready to come out and be put into the vehicle when we move. So I can wake up in the morning and leisurely get ready, and almost everything is all ready to go. The only thing I haven't packed up is the computer. What time is it? It's only 11:30. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Good. Spare shoes. They're nice, but they're not waterproof. These are my dress shoes. They're really nice, but they're too small. vacuum cleaner. Pipe, I should say, that goes in. Pretty sure I'm safe to zip up the wire back now. There's a lot more wires that are going to be done tomorrow to zip you through the computer. The nice thing about moving is you can have time to organize everything. Well, that is too heavy to play around with. That's just going to stay right there. Put these back in here for now. Most of the remaining loose items will go in the big bin that will be done tomorrow, because right now the big bin is still the best for the computer. I do need to wash out that cooler because it smells like rotted potatoes right now. And I think that might be a tomorrow thing. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, miscellaneous junk is going to go in here. That's what miscellaneous junk is supposed to go on a bin. Lid for this. Hard hat for work. I might end up putting all that in the hard hat and all that in that bag. Winter coats that I want to wear, probably. At least one of them. Bungee cord. Drive power cord. This is supposed to go in the wire bag. The wire bag is closed. Too bad. This goes here. I'm going to pile on the floor there for now. This will be used for the computer. Keep it from rattling around. This can go in the rubbing alcohol. This is for the tripod, which is currently being used by the phone. Why is there a wet spot? Doesn't smell like anything, so it's got to be. It's not acetone, so it must be water. I don't know how I spilled water on the bed, but I spilled water on the bed. Not very much though. It's okay. spare lids for bins that I will have to find at some point. There's probably some in the kitchen. Tissue box. Go there. This will be used tomorrow. This right there. Very nice. All of this is going to fit nicely in somebody's van tomorrow. I've definitely got more stuff than the last time I moved, but I feel like I'm going to have more space for it than I had before, which is weird. Maybe I'm just packing better than before. I know before I used those two bins, which you can't see because they're off camera, and I have stuff sticking out of them. It's probably, I probably just pack things better. I don't know. Maybe it's magic. This is not coming with me. This is going to go in the garbage. And this should be in a wire bag, but the wire bag is no longer accessible. There's more water in there. That goes with the other gloves. This is all on top. Coffee cup definitely needs to be washed. I put the cameras in with those tools. There's a good spot for them. And this stuff. And this, actually this cord goes with the hard drives, so I'm going to leave it there for now. So I have a few more hard drives to put in the hard drive bag there. Gosh. I remember I had all those plastic bins in one of those bins. That's what I used it for. The scissors belong to the house. They need to go in the kitchen. Put this in the closet for now, I guess. This in there too, so it looks nicer. This is the camera bag. Amazing camera bag I got from the Salvation Army for $4 or $5. You know you got a good deal when you get to the cash register and the cashier's like, $5 for a camera bag? Somebody didn't know what they were doing. And I laughed. I'm like, haha, yes, I would take that $5 camera bag. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was quite pleased when I found that. It's a perfect bag for my camera. That can go right there for now. Wow, what did I spill on the bed? I don't know where that water came from. It's not a lot of water, but it's enough. So I'm going to take care of it. Like this. It's enough that I can't put the blanket back on right away. That's not a problem. Who would have thought $20 fan from Walmart is flimsy? just doesn't match up as nicely as I was expecting. Sounds like the dishwasher is finished. There we go. Fan is back together again. Almost. Good enough. Yes, there it is. Here. This out to the kitchen, get it ready for cleaning. Alright, we are almost completely ready to go. Other than the computer, which is kind of a morning project because I want to use the computer, I think. Maybe a little bit of computer, I don't know. Probably either watch something or play a little bit of Oxygen Not Included or work on pictures or I don't know, there's lots of things I can do on the computer. Really. It's not even midnight yet. 46. Anyway. I think I am done with live stream for now though. Isn't it been nice talking to all of you? Very nice indeed. But I think I'm done. Let's see here. That was a good bit of work to do in one thing. Yeah, 56 playbacks. Very nice, very nice. Anyway, I'll see you all in the morning with part 2 of Movie Day. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you all.